real for a second? I haven't lived at home since I was 15 years old. And I was not expecting that I would have to come home in April of 2020 during my senior year of college and live with my parents for the unforeseeable future. But here we are. I imagine there's some other of you in the same boat, and I wanted to just have a conversation about how to live with your parents as a 20-something-year-old who was not anticipating being at home right now. Your parents are probably amazing people. That doesn't always mean you're always going to get along or see eye to eye or even want to live with them. But as we're in a global pandemic, alternative housing might not be in your options. So you might be home for a while. For me, my room color doesn't match my personality anymore. Also, now that I'm going to be working full-time from home, I need to have my own sort of space because working at the kitchen table that everyone is coming in and out of the kitchen isn't working for me. So I need to create my own sort of work environment in my bedroom. My first bit of advice is, if you can, find a place in your house that can be yours. Maybe it's just a corner with a table in it that you can decorate the wall of that part of the house. But have a conversation with your parents about just having some space in your house that's just for you, because right now that's going to be really important. Okay, what has been really helpful for us and our family is everyone has the whole day where they're basically just doing the day for themselves. For me, that's been spending some time in my room, working on content, finishing up coursework. I know my brothers are also finishing up coursework. My dad works all day and we're not really supposed to disturb him during the day. My mom is all over the house doing different things. We both go on walks with the dog. We've really found it helpful to just have some time for ourselves because too much family time can be a little overwhelming. It can be really overwhelming. Yeah. This is just like a rule of thumb for relationships in general. Talk it out or let it go. And that needs to happen within 24 hours of an incident of something happening. Basically, if something happens, like someone didn't wash their dishes after they cooked, or someone like took your clothes or didn't put their shoes away or left something out or was just rude to you, you have 24 hours from that incident to either address it and commit to working through that or to letting it go. And this is really important for the people that you're living with, whether it's your spouse or your parents or siblings or just roommates, because these things are going to build up over time. And if you don't address them, then you are going to feel like every time the person does something like that or similar or just does something in general, it's going to build on your frustration with them. And they're going to feel like, hey, why are you upset about this thing that I'm doing? You've never talked to me before about it. So you really have to address things as they're happening. So another thing that I wanted to add is that you don't actually have to be the child that you were when you grew up in this home that you're living in. Like, you are now a grown-up, and you can be a grown-up with your parents. So for me, sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm still a little kid because I'm at home. My parents are going to take care of me. They're going to cater all my... They're going to cater all my needs. They're going to clean up after me. That's just doesn't have to be how it is. And that's probably going to cause like a sort of dissonance between who you think you are and who you have grown into and this younger version of yourself that you have grown out of. So give yourself permission to grow up, even when you're with your parents, even when you're living at home, and not be the child that you were when your parents was raising you, because they've raised you and you are now capable of being a grown-up.